Good morning, everybody. I'm at Parcaut, and I'm here with Mike Kelly, and I sure hope everything sounds good today.
I bet it does. You plugged that plug in?
Yeah, that was a couple
I
days
don't
ago.
recall.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's a good place for a stick up. All right.
All right. So we were just chit chatting a little bit before the show started.
A little bit.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah. The funny thing is, yesterday, it's really not funny, but San Francisco used to be a great city, amazing city.
It was beautiful
It
at
was
one time.
great, and then all of a sudden, all these policies got into place. And I'm not making this stuff up, but yesterday they came out, everybody was hounding about San Francisco because they found out they had a program for homeless alcoholics.
Yeah.
So if you have a drinking problem and you want to not have to pay for alcohol, go to San Francisco. You can line up in front of this hotel. Go in there. Nurses will give you shots, and then after, and I don't mean like shots, I mean like shots of vodka or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can go upstairs and sleep it off.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do. Why get these people clean and sober?
Yeah. Unless you
Let's just keep giving them drunk.
Unless you just get drunk enough to go walking down the street and pee and poop someplace.
Well, that's what somebody's upset. There was $24 billion that they've wasted on, programs for the homeless.
Yep.
And this is $5 million just for San Francisco.
Yeah.
For this program. And they're saying, okay, what this is they're lining someone's pockets because they only spent 10 grand on alcohol.
Oh, if that much.
Well, they're just saying this.
Yeah.
This is it's not like
it's another
Tito's. Give me Grey Goose.
Money laundering scheme.
Did you get my joke?
Yes,
no,
I did. I did.
Okay.
Ha. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And why San Francisco? Why do you think San Francisco?
I don't know. Because they want to have a bunch of money laundering. I don't know. Nancy Pelosi?
You could be.
It's the problem is all these stupid programs need to go. They passed they're working on a budget, right?
Yeah.
288 billion, but we're still short 28 billion. Okay, that's not a balanced budget.
What about
cut this program?
We're behind already.
Cut this program and stop wasting money on high-speed rail because it takes you $11 billion to make 1,600 feet. That will be the most expensive high-speed railroad in history.
Yeah. And the amount of railroad right now, we could walk it faster than the train could drive it because the train would go off one end.
Well, the problem is the train's that long.
Yeah.
It couldn't even get on the track. All right. So news today. Producer Price Index, which measures wholesale inflation, was reported for the month of April. It's always 1 month behind. The headline PPI number increased by 0.5%, which was higher than expectations of 0.3%. On a year-over-year basis, PPI increased 0.4 to 2.2%, which was in line with estimates. When you look at the core inflation, it strips out all the expensive stuff that really costs us the most: food, energy, all those things, toiletries, increased by 0.5% month over month, which was higher than expectation of 0.2%. Year over year core PPI remained flat at 2.4%, also in line with estimates.
Hey, well, at least we're not missing it by just 0.1 anymore.
Well, no, it's a couple. But when they looked at, they revised last month's numbers,
of course,
and it went down. And a lot of people are upset about it because that would have happened last month at the true numbers. So the market doesn't move on adjustment down.
Right.
They only come on the new stuff coming out. We would have had a rally in the bond market instead of what we did for that month.
Well,
so people are like, this is getting ridiculous. What's going on here? And then you had the small business optimism index, the NFIB, National Federation of Independent Businesses. I'm glad I could remember that.
NFIB.
Yeah, well, it's either that or it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or Star Trek, sorry. Increased by 1.2 points in April to 89.7, above expectations of 88.1. So I guess they're thinking it's a little bit better in the business for small businesses if you are tied to the government. I'm just kidding. I made that up.
I know.
Yeah, the problem is it's not better. I'm seeing people really hurting. People are wanting to do things like in our industry, wanting to buy. You tell them the payment, they like freak out.
Yeah,
they had one gentleman who wanted to sell his house in Houston, buy a place in Sonora, and they had a rental, and they're going to take the money out of the rental for the down, whatever. Well, the payment is like 3 times what their house payment is right now.
Ouch!
Even though they could rent, they could have it was a place where it could make
there's
another 2,500 a month. It's twice their payment.
Wow.
And so people are like, why do I want to do that? And even I go to them, are you sure you want to do this? You might want to think about this, because I don't want to get you in a situation where you're like, why didn't you advise me not to do this, Ed? And that's the problem. When you're doing what's best for your clients, a lot of times that is, don't do anything.
Yeah.
And then that hurts us in our market.
This is going to be a very weird year.
This is going to be a really bad year. I think going forward right now is going to be really a lot slower than the first half of this year.
Yeah, which I needed to pick up.
So do I. Because nobody's doing refinances. I have one that somebody has to buy out in a probate.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that story? So I think we talked about this about a year ago.
Well, you know,
how long it's been
probate certified now.
Yeah, I saw that. I see you stamped it on your forehead.
I did.
That's why. So that's what happened was these people went through a divorce. They had a property. They did not adjust. You know, they did the divorce themselves. They didn't identify the property through the divorce, what they were going to do with it. Plus, there was another property somewhere else in Orland.
Mm-hmm.
So not a big deal. They're like, oh, we'll deal with it later. You know, we'll work together.
Yeah.
She died,
of course.
And what happens now is it's a tenant in common, and you have to find the heir. The heir gets half of everything.
How did they hold title before?
Joint tenancy.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if someone dies after when you go through a divorce and then someone passes away, it's automatically defaults to tenants in common.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't learn that.
Well, I'm sorry to tell. Well, that was not probably one of the things they talked about.
They probably didn't come up with that far.
They were like, most people don't do this stupid stuff.
So they both still held title, but she died.
Correct.
The way I learned it the other day is joint tenants. You file a certificate of affidavit of death, a certified copy, and boom, it automatically reverts to the surviving spouse.
But because of the change on how that went through the process through the divorce, and I think it was because of after that it became tenants in common. If she would have died while they were still together, yes, joint tenancy. But because of the way that was handled through the divorce, it became something else. You can talk to. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so their attorney advised them that that's what's happening.
Well, yeah. Now they've been going through this, and so the daughter. So now he's got to buy out the daughter, and which he doesn't have a problem with, but it's taken over a year to do this because there was a $30,000 more than the short term.
Oh,
yeah. Probate.
Gotcha.
So what I'm getting at, don't do your own divorce.
No,
or at least identify everything in the transaction.
There you go.
All right, I'm done. Did you have anything else? We lost some people.
No, I don't. I wanted to talk about what the Biden administration is trying to do right now with capital gains. You know, there's some misinformation out there about they want to charge 44.4% for capital gains. That's not the truth. It's more like 37%.
Yeah, but hold on. But you got to remember, in California, you got to add on another 22%. You know what our local is
exactly
on top of that. So it will be 40 some.
Oh, it'll be more than that probably. Yeah. But here's the thing: is they want to slip in a little provision that says, on your unrealized gains, so like you and I were discussing earlier, you make some money in the stock market, you don't sell those stocks, you don't get the cash, but it's a gain. They want to charge a flat 25% for all of that.
Yeah, and that's
crazy.
Because you haven't done anything yet.
Right. You don't have the income. You have something up here in the sky saying that my stocks are worth this. They're not worth anything until you sell them, right? Just like a house.
Right. But okay, so what's next? Are they going to do that to homes?
That's what they're talking. They're talking unrealized gains. So you're going to say, okay, I got a gain this year. Like, is it Texas that when you have rental property, as soon as your property is worth more, they
tax you on that?
Tax you on it?
Yes.
It'll be like that.
That's just ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
That means people who can pay off their house and then they're older in their 60s or whatever, they're going to have to sell and rent. So it sounds like this administration is really for people to have to rent.
And what a weak nation we just created.
We've been in a weak nation for 3 years.
Well, I know. And something's got to change. But, you could lead all these people, that administration, to the water. You just can't drown them.
Well, you got the vice president cussing now to sound cool.
Was she cussed?
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, when she was talking, I couldn't stand watching her because half the time, and so I just can't handle that. I just think it's ridiculous what's going on. We need to make changes. I don't really care who goes in; it just can't be them.
Yeah. If this were a Republican administration doing this, we would want the same change.
We would not, yes, because this is just ridiculous. This is affecting us, and it's going to get worse. Because here's what's happening. They're actually thinking that we need to raise the short-term interest rates some more.
Yes.
They stopped too quickly, and they're trying to say, okay, well, let's just wait to see what happens. Well, if this gets worse, how do you guys like 9% rates?
I don't.
And then you think it's slow now.
Yeah.
Think about it when it's only 15% of the market on the market, right? Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to think that. That's going to be horrible.
Because that means divorced people aren't going to sell or do anything. They're going to stay and they're going to work and live together for a while.
They'll work it out.
Yeah, they'll work. Well, I'm not saying that part. No. They'll just work out somehow to keep the house for longer. The only thing that's going to be is deaths.
Death and job transfers.
No, they won't even. People won't transfer.
There, yeah.
They're having trouble getting people to move from where they're at to somewhere else for an amazing job with all these benefits because the cost of housing.
Yeah. That crazy?
Yeah, very much so. So what these businesses are going to have to start doing is becoming a mortgage company too, and start, hey, we'll do internal mortgage for you with our own money so you can move to this place. And then when rates go down, you can refinance us out.
There you go. Give them like a 10-year repay or.
Well, I mean, like some of these hospitals, when you're a doctor, when you get picked up by them, they give you money to pay off your student loans. They give you 10% to buy a home. What's the difference? They'll just start giving you the mortgage.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, it's a great investment for the future. It was what, some of these other companies were doing. We'll let you rent the place from us while we buy it from you forever. Remember those?
Oh, I kind of do.
Yeah. So,
yeah. And I'm older than you. That's why I only kind of do.
I know. It's harder.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go out and give some money for everybody because today's Kids Day, right? They're at all their little corners, and
I've already deposited some money on a couple corners. So
I'm talking about for the kids. This time.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I was buying alcohol for the homeless, and I said, "Hey, here's a bus ticket. Go to San Francisco. That you can get some free alcohol."
I don't know why we have homeless here. If you get free alcohol in San Francisco, every homeless person they need to go to San Francisco.
Yeah, we just need to get the word out.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's rent some buses. We can do like the administration does to get rid of migrants. We're trying to do what's best for them. We'll get them to where they can get their alcohol for free, and they can get all these services. They can, then we won't have to have the people clean up the streets downtown anymore.
Yeah, it's much cooler in San Francisco right now.
Mm-hmm. It's like 70,
it's 60, 94, 95 today.
Is it really going to be hot today?
I think so.
I don't
think
so.
They said 4 degrees warmer than yesterday.
We're only 80 something yesterday.
Oh, well, then no, 91.
89 today.
No.
Yeah, 91 tomorrow.
I need it to be. There. Tomorrow's my day.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Look at Thursday.
I know.
Let's 91. Go out at golf car. Let's be at a golf tournament all day on Thursday.
What was it last year? 102?
No, it wasn't that hot.
It was pretty warm.
Well, it's funny how we go from snow at my cabin 2 weekends ago to this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just happy my pool warmed up.
Solar?
Nope. It's just
94, Alvina says, and she's crying. She doesn't like the heat either.
Oh,
I love the heat.
I don't either.
No, it's only going to be 89
today,
Alvina. But maybe if we're lucky tomorrow, it'll be 94.
But then, it only gets to 91 on Thursday, and then it goes to 88, 88, 87, 83, 78, 77, and 82.
I'm just waiting for the 105, 105, 107,
you can
111.
Go, you can move. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Sorry we gave you some great news today about
it was wonderful news.
The homeless stuff that's just, I'm getting tired of all this wasted money.
If you don't like what we're hearing,
this money that we're wasting is taken away from our kids.
Call your congressman
and the grandkids.
Call your assemblyman for state stuff. Call them, bitch it to these guys.
How about you just get out and vote this time? I want to see 99.99% of the people out to vote.
Yeah.
And the reason that 0.1%, those are all the people dead. I don't want them to vote.
Again,
because they always vote Democrat.
I know, crazy.
How is that just weird?
My grandpa was so upset.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
All right, make it a great day.
All
right.
Bye.